What's up, Inkie peeps? It's Adele from Inkie Quill, and oh my goodness, this month's a big one. I may have gone a little bit over the top, and there are 30 freaking pages of printables this month, which is by far the most I've ever done in over 2 years on Patreon. I just went a bit over the top and wanted to do lots of different colour combinations and bits and pieces you could use. Obviously, we're Christmas themed. It's November, and that's usually when I release, it's always when I release Christmassy themed things, but I've been, I always make sure that my Christmas themed collections aren't all Christmas. So there are, if you don't celebrate Christmas, there's lots of other things that you can use in there as well. Quick two things. This light pink nail polish is just not working, so just ignore the nails. Ignore the nails. Second thing is that little baby girl was meant to be born today on the 15th, but she was born a week ago. I'm recording this, she's not born yet. I'm about 4 days out, I think. 4 days, yep, from her arriving, and I have a terrible head cold, so that's great timing, so please excuse my croaky voice. But let's move on to the printables. So first up is the art print, and I don't know if it's just because I'm at the end of pregnancy and I can't make decisions, and I'm very indecisive and just want to do all the things. But I couldn't decide on a colour combination to do for the art print, so I did a lot of them. I did a little Christmas tree with Jingle Bells lyrics. I've printed mine on glossy photo paper, which is why you've got a bit of a sheen there. But I printed this and made it into a few different colour combinations. Now, each of these is uploaded just as a JPEG, so you can make them as like small or big as you wish. I think that would be really cute to put as like a full page in your December daily if you do that. You could even use it as like a background paper and just stick your photo on the top to the side. So we've got burgundy and light pink, navy and light pink, navy and white, pinky and white, sorry, the words escaped me then, light pink and dark pink, light pink and white. This is more so a red, it's kind of a pinky red colour, and then the navy, and then I also put them together on one page because I thought these would be great to use either as small embellishments, or my plan is to use these as gift tags for my presents this year. So I'm aiming to stick these just to a piece of cardstock, write the people's names on the back of the cardstock, punch a little hole and twine it and put it onto the presents. So that's what I'll be using for my gift wrapping, which I'm hopefully going to start doing this week. We'll see how we go. Has anyone put up their Christmas tree yet? We're planning on putting up our Christmas tree on Wednesday, which is the 6th, only because I'm having a C-section and I don't think I'll be up to decorating on the 1st of December, and so we thought we might do it early if we can, if we have time. Next up, we've got the journaling cards, and usually each month there's 2 pages of journaling cards. This month there's 5 because why not? So the colour scheme for this month is navies, burgundy, light pink. That was the colour scheme I was going for. Just a little bit traditional with the slight, and there's red as well, sorry, with a bit of red in there, but then also bringing in a few non-traditional colours as well. And I went with a berry floral theme. So this is the first page. There we go. Mix between some journaling cards and then also just some filler cards as well. Page 2 has some cute little houses. And I tried to, the reason why I went with floral is because it drives me bonkers that most Christmas collections have a wintry theme, and of course here in Australia we often have Christmas days that are like 37 degrees, which is not very wintry. But I thought florals and berries are kind of universal, and it doesn't lock it into the season, because I do feel weird in my Christmas documenting about using snowflakes next to a picture of people in board shorts and singlets. It just doesn't go very well. And then there's some more, and see, like these ones you could just, we're focusing, there we go, these ones you could just use for any time of the year. I wanted to do a nice mix of very Christmassy ones and then ones that aren't so Christmassy. And then the final page, this would be a perfect spot to put a photo, and you could also just use this as a background paper as well for layering if you wanted to. And then there's the collage sheet. So usually for the collage sheet you get one page of collage sheetness. This month you're getting 6 pages of stuff because I started things and I just couldn't stop. I've been really enjoying including some tiny words each month, so that will probably continue even if it's just a little bit down here and it's not a lot of tiny words. But I've had a lot of good feedback about that, so that'll be continuing most likely. So I put together some little floral wreaths. Now I plan on just roughly fussy cutting these out, so they may look overwhelming to fussy cut, but if you just do a loose shape around it, it's not too tricky. A little wreath, and I tried to make it so that you could just cut it in like just a large circle if you wanted to. And this one I love, it's probably my favourite this month. A few, I call these my fancy tiny word stickers. And then I say stickers, they're not stickers unless you print them on sticker paper, but I just call them stickers. And then just some more little tiny word strips down the bottom. And then because one floral's not enough, there's more. So these are just some little floral arrangements with berries and bits and pieces. I tried to do different sizes. I thought this would be a good sized one for like a scrapbooking, whereas these ones might be better for card making. And even though they have berries on them, they don't have to be Christmassy. They do have the little holly leaves as well, but you can always tweak it and make it work for a time of year that's not Christmas as well. So there's those. And then I did some wreaths. Now wreaths are something that I have struggled with in the past, just because I feel like if I use a scrapbooking background paper that has a big wreath, I feel like a bit stuck with where my photo needs to go. But I thought I'd give myself a bit of a challenge to give it a try this month. If you don't want the wreath this big, you can always print scale your page down. So in your printer settings, when you go to print, there should be an option that says scale, and you can scale it at 50% or even 25% and make it very small if you wanted to. So there's the first one. And this one's a little more wintry. It's got a bit more of that blue tone in it. And this one has a lot more of the light pink floral tones. So they are the wreaths. And then I did this page and I made them small because I thought these would be perfect for labels. I plan on using these in my project life probably, or even on a small card. And then this is a larger label. This would be great in a journal. You could do some brush lettering in between here, or you could just chop it off and use it behind a photo and just have it sticking out like from the edge of a photo. Totally up to you. And then usually each month there is another page of another type of printable. So it could be a page of journaling prompts, it could be a page of a background. It could be something. This time there's 10 pages instead of 1, and I wanted to give myself a bit of a challenge. I have a 3x8 album from Citrus Twist, and I've had it sitting on my shelf. Actually, I'll just go grab it. Here it is. And I have had it sitting around for a while, and I didn't know what to use it for. Excuse the bunny hair on the front of it. But I think I'm going to make this into a project for January, where I document the Christmas decorations that we've started a tradition where Archie might remember seeing a layout with these photos before. Every year the kids will pick out a decoration that they like. We picked out Archie's first one because he was only 9 months old, I think, 8 months old, 8 months old. And then the second one, we helped him, gave him a few ideas, and he picked out which one he liked. And this year he picked out a gingerbread man house, which is really sweet. And of course we picked out, can I say her name now? Have I announced that she's born? We picked out Violet's one. If you missed the announcement, we've got little Violet now. And we picked out a little Winnie the Pooh First Christmas. So I think I'm going to make this into an ongoing mini album where I document their little yearly decorations. That's what I'm looking for. So that project will probably come in January. I think you'll see a video on that. But I thought I would make some 3x8 papers. And the good thing is, if you don't have an album like that, it's totally fine. These would fit perfectly in a traveller's notebook. They would also, if you just chop them straight in half, it gives you 2 journaling cards that are 3x4 size. Or you can just use them like bits of scrapbooking paper as well. You can use them as tip-ins in your journal. So just because they're sized 3x8 specifically doesn't mean you have to use them for a project that is that size. So this is the first one. I'm a sucker for little houses, you know, I love little maps and houses and things, so I had to include those. More houses, of course. I love this one. Little moments, big memories, and that could be any time of year, that one. Then a nice red plaid pattern, plaid. Did I say plaid? I did say plaid. Plaid, not plaid. And then a floral up here. Got some Christmas trees. And love, joy, love and cheer. Some more little florally bits and pieces. I just couldn't decide, because what I usually do is I make a whole lot of stuff and then I cull bits out that I don't like or I don't think mesh together as a collection. And this month I just couldn't cut it down, and I even made more than this, but some of the bits just didn't look cohesive with the rest. So I thought these were the final ones. This one's a bit of a crazy background paper, and I just wanted to do something that had lots of different little words and phrases on there. This would be beautiful written on with a white journaling pen. I think that would look really pretty. Some Christmas trees. You could even chop that off and use that as a card front as well. Some more just basic Christmassy themed patterns. Added in a bit of a floral there. And the final one. So there we go, peeps. 30 freaking pages. It's a lot. But I'm really proud of what I put together this month. And I hope you guys like it too. I know it's not the traditional Santa's everywhere, red and green, but I feel like there's a lot of that out there, and so I like to put my own spin on things and make it inky-ish. I will say you probably won't ever see lime green in my Christmas collections. Next month, sorry, not next month, next year, I will make sure that I do something in a totally different colour scheme. Last year I think I did 3 colour schemes. I did one that was like neutrals, like blacks and golds and whites. And then I did a bright one, and then I think I did one that was blues and pinks, I think. But I hope you enjoyed this, and hi to my new patrons. Thanks for joining. The art print is always in a separate post to download, so make sure you head to that one and download that as well, because I have a tier that is just for the art print. Otherwise, all of the millions of links are down below this post, so make sure you save them. I am going to do a separate video, just an update, because I realised my intro to Patreon video is like 2.5 years old at this point, so I think I need to film a new one, and I will do a video about navigating Patreon a little bit easier using the featured tags feature. That's, yeah, the featured tags feature of the website. And at the end of the year, I have been saying this for a long time, but I will be deleting past printables and just keeping up. I think I'll keep up either 2 or 3 months at a time. So thanks for joining me, and thanks in advance for all your love and support on our new little Violet. We're very excited for her to come. I'm a little bit nervous because I've still got a lot to do, and I really hope my head cold goes away in the next few days. But until next time, I will see you soon. Bye!